Okay, right now I'm softening the butter. I'm going to soften this till it becomes really fluffy and airy. First step is to measure out your ingredients. So there's some homemade butter. There is maida, salt and baking powder in this, and I've just powdered some sugar, and I'll put all the quantities in the description box. You see how smooth and airy this is? Like the air bubbles, and it's kind of got a silky texture. So you got to beat it till then. Don't get too hung up about getting it perfect. This is good enough. I've added about a third of the sugar, and I'm just going to beat it really nicely till it becomes smooth, and then add the rest of the sugar, basically in 3 parts, just to make this easier and to create very little mess as possible. Baking is definitely a messy job, but you can try and reduce it by some tricks like that. Action I'm going for is press, and fold. Press, fold, and that should help you incorporate all the sugar and the butter as easily as possible. Once you've got all the butter incorporated, just do the regular circular motion, and that'll get everything incorporated nice. See that? That's what you're going for at the end of it. Now I'm adding a few drops of vanilla, maybe about half a teaspoon, depends on the quantity you're making. Details will be in the description. This step in the past, but I can't tell you how important it is to save your ingredients into the butter batter. It just makes it so much easier to mix, and also adds a lot of much needed air, those cute little air pockets that you see, into the batter. So don't skip this step. Now I'm going to use the cut and fold method to mix the atta in, the flour in. If you overmix this, your cake is going to become really crumbly. So it is important that you mix it really nice and easy without working the gluten too much. I have some warm milk here with me, which I just heated up in the oven real quick right now. Pour it in little by little and incorporate it into a nice smooth batter. It is recommended that you do this in 2 or 3 steps, but for really small batches, I don't think it's required. So I forgot to add the most important ingredient in this butter cake, which is eggs. So I've cracked 2 eggs. I'll mix them in and then pour them into a lined aluminum tin. Here's the consistency you're going for. Pancake dosa batter, right? It should be in one trail, not breaking, right? Awesome. Now pour it into the tin, tap your tin a couple of times. This will release all the air bubbles, and run a knife through this batter. Kind of just do like a zigzag motion 3 times. This will release the large air pockets. You don't want to remove all of them, but it removes the big ones. You would also notice that I've left one end of the parchment paper out here. The rest of it is just at the base. So in case I have trouble pulling this out, I'll just lift it up and it'll come out nice and clean. So my oven has been preheating for close to 20 minutes at 180 degrees centigrade. I just put the tin in, and let's set the timer to 35 minutes, and then we'll check back. See, at about 30 minutes, we'll poke a hole into the batter and see if the toothpick comes out clean. If it comes out clean, your cake is done. If not, put it in for another 5 minutes and check again.